Hello everybody, my name is King Quaddle. I hope you're having an amazing day. Now today we are here with the Cayo Perico heist in GTA. I want to go over this because they changed the routes. They added so many changes, secondary loot, all of the different things, right? I'm running a completely different route than what I usually do. And of course I thought I'd take the time to help you guys understand the new route, go over it, make it super simple, very minimalistic. You don't have to really fight anyone. It's foolproof, right? I mean, I tested this a couple times and it is 100% not only optimized from the route that we usually took before the patch, but it is way more convenient. If you guys are new, consider subscribing as I do post content like this daily. Just got back into GTA, so I figured this would be a great time to go over all the new changes. And we're starting off with my #1 money-making route, right? You guys can expect anywhere from 1 million to 1.6 million doing this route, right? I think 1.7 including the elite challenge. And I did do the elite challenge in this, right? We're going after bearer bonds, which is the second most amount of money. If you guys don't know, it is randomized, right? If you guys want a tutorial on how to actually start up the Cayo Perico heist, be sure to let me know. I'll be more than happy to provide that as well. We are using the long fin, and we're going to the main dock to infiltrate the actual compound. So let's get straight into this. Using the long fin, you guys are going to want to take it exactly where I'm going. You guys can actually see a guard tower right there in the distance, straight ahead. We're going to park it a little bit to the right in those shallow areas. And we're going to want to make sure that it doesn't float away. So make sure you're parking your long fin in a good way. Majority of the time what I found is if you accidentally beach it a little bit, the boat will slide back into the ocean. So you don't have to worry about it coming up on land. You just want to make sure it doesn't float away to where you have to swim. Because of course that'll reduce time. You guys are going to want to run up here over to the hill. And the main thing you're going to see is a big building. Now one of the big changes that they added in Cayo Perico, if a guard notices a dead body of another guard, he'll automatically sound the alarm. That was never an issue beforehand. This is the only guard you have to take out right here, right? So like I said, wherever he's on his route, headshot him, done. You don't have to worry about anyone stumbling across that body. That dude is far away from anyone else. Once we're in this warehouse, you're going to make your way over to this forklift, and we will use this to operate and get to one of 2 potential locations for the secondary loot in this building. There's actually another building that spawns the same exact secondary loot across the way, but there's extra guards over there, there's security cameras, and there's a big inconvenience with the unpatched glitch. So I would rather not go over there and risk it. Instead, we're going to stay in this one building. There is no guards in here, and it is super convenient overall. For all my console players, up and down on the left analog stick is how you move the forklift operation device. I don't know what it's called, the front of it. You make your way over here, jump on this box, and then jump over the blue tapestry to get up into this gate. Now this can usually spawn 2 different piles on these 2 tables inside of here. I only got 1, but it is coke, and coke is the #1 most important secondary loot you can get in all of Cayo Perico, so I am more than fine with that. One thing to note, right, is in Cayo Perico, one of the biggest changes is to secondary loot. It'll now make it to where it is multiplied by whatever your primary loot operation is. For example, if you go with a Cincimito tequila and you get a coke pile, the amount of money you get for that coke pile will be substantially larger than a coke pile in the pink diamond heist, for example, right? So it is super more convenient for all of the lower tiered ruby necklace and the Cincimito tequila, right? So it's not an inconvenience anymore. Basically, all that means is regardless of what your primary loot is, your secondary loot will pick up the pace, and keep that in mind, fill that gap. So whatever your primary loot is, you don't have to worry about that anymore. It is a great change. Super happy about it. It doesn't change any gameplay, but of course it's gonna change that money play, right? Go over here and get this cash. I always do the cash last because the cash is the least amount of money. Funny enough that you get from any of the piles of secondary loot, but it is still good. Money is money. We're gonna happy dance our way out of here, make our way back to the long fin where we came from. I believe there's a truck that patrols its way around here, but it's never been an inconvenience to me, so I never have to worry about that. We just run back exactly where we came from, and since our long fin was parked next to the beach, we don't have to worry about it drifting away. We're gonna jump back in that and then make our way over to the primary loot. Guys, if you have not already, please consider subscribing as well as clicking that like button, as it does help me out a lot. Helps the algorithm choose this video for other people who may need it. So, you know, if you guys could spread some positivity, it would make your boy smile. Right here, I accidentally beached myself with the long fin, so I will have to turn it around completely. I'll cut to it in a second. But, you know, just make sure that you park backwards, or just make it so it's not completely beached in the situation I'm in, because it took me a second. And there we go. Alright, so we're back off, right? We're going to drive exactly where I'm going to get our long fin to the actual primary loot. Exact same route that I usually go in the drainage tunnel, But a couple of things are different. The route itself that we're going to be running is different, and of course in the daytime, it makes it so the field of vision for the cones that are displayed on the mini-map for all of the guards are significantly reduced, so you don't have to worry about getting caught as easily. We're just going to drive over here across the way, make our way over past this little dude right here. What's up? What's up, my boy? Also, I don't think those dudes can detect you. I think they're just pedestrians. You don't have to worry about that. Making our way over here, of course, we're going to be heading to that house on the hill. Cool thing about using the setup that I did is the options actually pinpoint it on the map with that yellow dot. That's exactly where we're going to infiltrate the compound. Jump off of your long fin right here and make sure you equip your rebreather. If you're on console, it's going to be left on the D-pad. Just click it once and of course it'll equip your rebreather. Basically, so you don't drown. Super convenient. You get 20 of them, I believe, throughout this gameplay. We're only going to be using, I think, 2 of them, but I don't even know if it counts as 2 separate ones. Regardless, all you have to do is just equip it, and you'll be fine. Make sure you equip it, because if not, you will drown down here. It is only a couple seconds, but you will drown regardless. Come over here. You're going to cut all of these guarding rails off. Make sure you just hover over it. You can go up and down in a line formation and just cut them all at once. But I found it usually quicker to just hover over each individual one. That's what I do, at least, because I am on console and I have kind of got the hang of it. You know, I do mess up a little bit every once in a while. But overall, I find it more quick. I actually did time it with other people who use the up and down technique. That's about the same amount of time. So whatever you're comfortable with, just make sure you do that, right? Character's going to push that open. You're going to swing over here, and we're going to make our way to the end of this tunnel. You should be prompted with the option to click on the right arrow on the D-pad, and you just click on that, and of course it'll take you through an animation. Usually takes about 10 seconds, right? You guys can see right here. You just open this up, swim through, and then we will start our running route. Now, like I said before, this route is completely optimized, so you don't have to kill anyone involved except a couple people who are in your way. But like I said, majority of the time when I would do this, the previous route at least, it would take about 10 different guard kills. This time it's only about 3, so it is super optimized, completely confident, and super convenient, right? Bunch of synonyms right there. Run over here, make sure you don't get detected by those 2 guards on the mini-map. Jump over this ledge, make sure it is safe, and we're going to come over here and wait for this one guard to turn his back. You guys can see he's right here. We're going to sneak past him, right, because he did start walking the other way. But make sure you don't act too soon or he will catch you. He'll stand over there and stay there. Just walk past him, don't kill him. There's also a dude around this corner. You can actually kill him. I don't recommend it. I mean, you literally don't have to, so why would you? You know, don't take the extra risk. Run up these stairs, and something super cool about this is another guard that I would usually kill, but he is detectable this time around. So instead, hide against this wall, and trust me, this works. You hide against walls by clicking R1, and as soon as he steps up right here, you just walk past him, and he does not detect you. I know it's scary. It is foolproof. It never happens to me where I get caught. Literally, as long as you don't bump into him, you'll be fine. Walk in here. There is usually a painting on that wall, but I mean, since our bag is full, we're not going to pick it up. You should be on that wall too. Open up this, you click right on the D-pad, and then of course grab your extra money. Making your way over here on this wall, there is a little touchpad, and we're going to start the hacking process. Now this is a fingerprint matchup little mini game, right? And the main thing I do is bring it to the top, and they are in sequential order. So just 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and you know, whichever one it'll do, it'll always stand out a little bit. You guys can see right here. Start from the bottom and work your way down, right? Third picture right here. That's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that's the 5th one, right? Of course, you can also do it from bottom up. I always thought top to bottom was super convenient, and it works super easy for me. It is one of the most easy mini games in this entire game when you actually truly figure out like what you're doing, right? Sometimes you will get stuck a little bit. I am a veteran. I've done Cayo Perico so many times. I've done this mini game so many times, and I still get caught up. So just take your time with it. Usually shouldn't take over like 2 minutes max, I would say. I could usually do it in under a minute. But if you're doing it on hard difficulty, it'll increase it by 1. So you guys saw we only had to do 3 fingerprints. If you're on hard difficulty, it'll make it 4 fingerprints. But hard difficulty is only for starting another Cayo Perico as soon as the cooldown is off by 45 minutes. Basically, it's just, you know, expert things. You don't really have to worry about that unless you want to. Highly recommend looking into that if you don't know about it. And since I am doing bearer bonds, as you guys saw in the bottom left corner, it gave me a code. So I will come over to this safe and put in the code. If you have any of the other 3 loot spawns, that little glass container that we passed by on our way in here, once you cut that gate, you will just go up to it and do the little mini game. Just hold down R2 or your respective devices, cutting option, and as long as you follow the steps, it'll be super easy to do. Bearer bonds, you just have to remember the code that he literally tells you every single time, and as long as you do that, you make your way back into the elevator and come exactly where you came from. The elevator. Come down here, walk down here. Like it says in the top left, we can't escape through the drainage tunnel, so we're not going to do that the same way we came in, but we are going to do the same similar steps. Just walk by that dude, super confident, don't run or you will bump into him and trigger his, entire army to come against you. Same exact dude here. Just going to walk by him, don't worry about him. Come over here to the right, and we're going to jump over this guardrail. Just make sure no one's looking. Should be fine, no one's going to see you anyways. Come over to these stairs across next to the fountain. Run up here, and we're going to watch for this one dude on the right. Now, he is all the way to the left, so I actually did squeeze by him. He's usually on the right, though. Just make sure he's all the way over to the left, and then run over to this gate right here. Just hugging this wall to make sure the other dude doesn't see you. Click this, the animation will trigger, and then, of course, your dude is out of here. Now, of course, this animation, regardless of how many people are close, as soon as you start it, will not trigger anyone, though all the guards will disappear when this animation is playing. So as long as you click it, you'll be good to go. From here on out, it's literally 2 more kills, and then we will be good to go. Since we have full loot bags, we don't have to go about anywhere else on the island. Like I said, this route is super optimized. Kill this dude on the motorcycle, take his motorcycle, and we're going to drive on out of here. You guys can actually technically skip the next kill coming up, but I like to do it just to make sure. There is a new car that'll drive and take this route, and he will stumble across that body we just killed. So he will alert all of his guard friends, but basically coming up to here, sniping him out will do the trick. You can actually do this on your bike. You can just hit fire with your Uzi, but I don't recommend it, especially if you guys can just jump out. Take the extra time to aim on him. If you're on console, it will usually just headshot him anyways. So make sure you get close, and if you miss a couple times, just spray him down. Make sure he dies right there, and then get on your motorcycle, and we're going to drive off this cliff. Drive to exactly where I'm going, the very, very peak of this island, the furthest point that gets closest to the island, and we will be good to go. Like I said, this loot is super optimized. We have full loot bags. We did this in under 15 minutes, and of course, we did not have to quick restart. We didn't kill anyone that was going to kill us and alert any one of the other guards. We are super convenient, super free, scot-free, easy to go, and that is a free $1.6 million for us to take home. Like I said, we did also do the Elite Challenge in another 15 minutes, so super good to go, right? Like I said, just re-equip your rebreather down here. It's the same exact one that we used earlier, just left on the D-pad so you don't drown, and stay underwater the entire time. Since we can breathe underwater, there's absolutely no reason to go up there, and it'll say in the top left that Rubio is inbound to your location. He is notified of your presence. Don't have to worry about that. We're underwater. He cannot get us in any way, shape, or form. And just keep swimming. It will take a couple of seconds. Majority of the time, if I get far enough and it looks like it's just full blue, I don't want to, I'm not about that life of the deep ocean. Usually what I do is if I got far enough, I'll stop swimming and swim again. And it'll usually just end the operation. Super good, super convenient. Like I said, that was a fully optimized route. We got it in under 15 minutes. It actually came out to 12 minutes and 21 seconds, completing the Elite Challenge. 0 hacks failed as well. It is literally impossible to fail a hack as long as you follow my steps, right? Super convenient. We get 1.4 million for this full operation, and since we did it solo, we don't have to split it with anyone, so that is straight to your bank account. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new, consider subscribing, as I do post content like this daily, and you guys will see right here, under 15 minutes, 0 hacks failed, and of course, no quick restarts, as well as full loot bags. Extra couple of thousand to spend on whatever we want, and that is it for the new Cayo Perico route. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Stay safe. Take care. Peace. Adios. And of course, until next time. Bye-bye.